bacon wrapped mustard crust lamb chops tonight on Retard Kitchen. Okay. So I've got an extra pound of bacon left over from making ramaki earlier for Thanksgiving. That's bacon wrapped pineapple. It's one of my favorite appetizers. So I've got some leftover bacon that I'm going to use to wrap the lamb, just because why not? I've got it. It's extra. It's just sitting in there. But first, we're going to smother this shit in some mustard. I just went to Mother's today, and I picked this up because I knew that they'd have some fancy mustard. Check out the ingredients on this. Water, mustard seeds, distilled vinegar, salt, white wine, sugar, lactic acid. That's it. So this is that real shit. Because I want to get the stuff that had the whole mustard seeds as much as possible, the whole ones. And usually you go, even this the quote-unquote Dijon, you know, like, it doesn't have a lot of whole mustard seeds in it. So I went with this stuff. I've got 2 jars of that because I've actually got 2 things of lamb. So when I finally edit this video, you might see me wearing 2 sets of clothes or something at some point. I'm actually going to cook this twice in a row, 2 nights in a row, so I can try to learn something from fucking it up tonight. Alright, so let me get some shit together. So fortunately, I just picked some rosemary from a bush I've got growing outside. All the free rosemary I could want. I'll take these out and put them on some paper towels.
Clear skin that can last.
Dragon Quest XI, a game I think is the best RPG of the entire generation. It's a game that embraces its roots as a turn-based RPG with modern quality of life features. Like in classic games, it doesn't waste your time with long tutorials or holds your head. You're literally stop by campsites to let everyone rest, and you can talk to all of your companions to see how they're doing. You get music on your journey. It's exactly how an adventure game should feel. You know, an adventure where you don't feel like you're on rails, but you kind of are to keep the story going, all while stopping as many towns as possible to pick up a piece. If you don't like the way your character moves, no worries. You can always retract your skill points at a church to reallocate them for a feat. You don't need to start the game all over again like other RPGs. It's this kind of accessibility and flexibility to systems where Dragon Quest XI excels beyond its competition. There's not a whole lot of game-breaking consequences. Any player of any skill level can probably beat this game, some faster than others for sure. But it's a game that prides itself on being for everyone essentially, with all its options for traversal, right down to the game options letting the game flow at the pace of the player. You can run past every enemy on the overworld if you want and avoid as many fights as you want, only to face bosses under-leveled, requiring emphasis on strategy rather than powering through a boss. And players are rewarded for this bravery with getting to the next point faster. Get knocked out by a boss and you have the option of starting the dungeon over with your levels checked and half of your gold gone, no harm, no foul. Or you can use the autosave feature and it's like you were never there. It's these choices that make the game as hard as you want it to be based on how much work you put into Dragon Quest XI. That highlights the extremely well-balanced gameplay, world, and progression system. That's a lot to say. I like this game, and I highly recommend it to any person who likes video games, and even some people who don't. It was a perfect game back in 2018, and it's somehow even more perfect now with the release of Dragon Quest XI-X. Now, I have a lot of experience with Dragon Quest XI. I played it 2 years ago on PC, and I played it quite a bit last year on the Switch with a definitive.
Okay, so I used a whole jar of mustard, half a pound of bacon, and I coated these things in mustard first, and then with some rosemary tucked in there, and then I wrapped them in bacon, and then I threw some more on top, some more rosemary and mustard. So there's like I sealed some mustard in there with the bacon, and I used a toothpick to hold it all together. All right, now I'm just waiting for the oven to finish preheating, and then I'll toss these in there. Yeah.
Put it this way, if you close up tomorrow, a lot of people will suffer. That's true. That's true. The whole thing is, you want to be happy, do the work you like. That's what you're going to do, the work you like. Yeah. That's important. Do the work you like. And my friend, the doctor, Dr. Friedman Bach.
Yeah, how is the doctor?
The important thing is never take your work home with you.
Don't take your work home.
Take their work home with you. Right. There's a diamond over the traffic.
All right. Well, the fire alarm just stopped going off. I put this shit in the oven at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. I'll show you the next step when they're done. Okay, so I've just pulled the lamb, and I'm gonna let it coast for a couple minutes. So here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I've folded the tinfoil there into a ball, and I'm just gonna let the meat coast for about 5 minutes. I set up a bed of hot sauerkraut over here. This is my vegetable. I also tossed a couple garlic cloves in there, just for fun. Now I'm going to dump this juice on top there, but I need both hands for that. This is looking good to go. I'm going to dig into this. Hey, it's the next day. So this time, instead of mustard, because I want to mix it up, we're going to do something a little sweeter. So, I've got the last of this Vermont maple syrup. Brown sugar. I think you can see what's going to happen here. I've already pat down my meat and let it sit for a little bit. Now I'm going to dip those babies in here. Alright, so got all these wrapped up. Mmm. It was good. I ate it. I ate it all.